We are 4 episodes into Queen of Tears, and the question of what happened to Hei and her husband is still lingering, and honestly it's really killing me. Like, I really want answers for what happened to them, but however, we see little flashbacks from the last 2 episodes that were released. So what do you think about it so far?
I think we're already getting a sense of what happened between them, although they have not yet spelled it out, but we're already getting hints. So this episode opens with another flashback to when Myung still had no idea how rich Hae-in is and how influential her family is. Then it cuts to when Hyun rescues Hae-in.
This heroic act actually puts him in the good graces of the family. Everybody's praising him, they're giving him food, like receiving love that he has never received from this family since he joined in. But after a while, he returns back to the trail where Hae-in got attacked. He finds some kind of troubling evidence that Hae-in's attack was not just a coincidence, and the chairman was actually supposed to follow that path, but a shaman told them not to follow that same path. So he actually stayed back during this hunting trip, and he suspects that his eldest son is behind this attack. But when they confront him, the eldest son, he actually denies this and says he just wants to see his father.
Then Hae-in's mother asks Grace to gather information on Yoo-sung. Grace is caught following Yoo-sung, and she tells Yoo-sung about the background check. We also discover that Grace and Yoo-sung might be involved in the Boa incident in order to tear Hyun-woo and Hae-in apart.
I don't really understand this woman. Who is she really working for? That's my problem with this Grace, but we'll get into that later. Anyway, Hyun-woo's siblings are actually worried about how their lives would be if their brother divorces this heiress. It's going to be so miserable. So they decided to take it upon themselves to go and visit Hae-in and tell her not to divorce their brother. They're going to plead with her not to divorce their brother. But when they meet her, they don't get a chance to tell her about the divorce or bring it up because Hae has a very important meeting with this CEO and Yi-sung. So the sister, anyway, she just decides that since we could not tell her, let me text her and tell her about the divorce, not to divorce my brother, which is very stupid anyway.
Then Hyun-woo finds out about this and tries to call Hae, who is unreachable, because he has a meeting with Hyun-sung and the CEO. However, the CEO doesn't show up, so she dines with Hyun-sung, who secretly turns her phone off and tells her exclusive details about the CEO and how to win the CEO over.
So back at home, her husband, Hyun-hoon, is actually waiting for her. And when she arrives, she's very drunk with his song. I don't like this guy at all. And Hyun-hoon is just trying to get her phone since it's obvious that she hasn't seen the text yet that his sister sent to her. So he tries to get her phone to delete the message. And he manages to just distract her, throws the phone in a very dramatic way, throws the phone on the floor, holding her hands. And Hae-in is very drunk. Now that she has this cancer that's about to kill her, she feels like she has not done a lot of things in life, so she should just try new things. So she decides to kiss her husband.
Episode 4 opens with the aftermath of the kiss. Hyun-woo successfully deletes the text while trying to get past Hae-in's password. Hyun-woo finds it to be 10:31. Here it's revealed that these two were expecting a baby, and this was the expected date of delivery. As the episode progresses, we see that Hyun-woo is redeveloping feelings for his wife, even though he tries to fight it. Hae-in has good news. She finally found an organization willing to help her fight cancer, and she will have a 51% chance of recovery.
While she's very happy about this new development, her husband is kind of torn. He's shattered, like, I was hoping this would be a very good way for me to get out of this marriage in the first place. But if she recovers, I have to spend 50 years or more with her and her annoying family, or she will kill me if I tell her I want to divorce her anyway. And Hee-sung starts spending a lot of time with Hae-in because of this business thing they have, so they're having a lot of meetings together, and this really makes her husband really jealous. He told his friend that he has a very bad feeling about the guy, and he's very right about this one because we see him and Grace and one man, I think he might work for the Queen company or the Queen group, and they're planning some kind of bad move.
On the other hand, Hae is now very empathetic. She shows up for her in-laws when they needed her. Her father-in-law is actually running for the village head, and he isn't having enough support, so she comes with gifts for everyone in the village and wins them over. But later, after hanging out in Hyun-woo's room, she gets stuck in another hallucination and winds up lost.
Hyun-hoon eventually finds her, and they have this little argument. He was like, what happened, where are you? And she didn't want to talk at first, and then the lights came on, and then she starts crying and tells him that she was scared, she doesn't know how she ended up there, and then he hugs her and tries to reassure her. So we see the epilogue, and we find out that in the past, Hae-in and Hyun-hoon have actually crossed paths before while they were still in high school. This is pretty interesting. It was just a brief, tiny moment though, but They actually cross paths. What do you think about this?
I enjoyed the first 2 episodes better. These 2 episodes really took us back to all the cliches that we know in this world, and for just turning around in circles, in my very humble opinion, these 2 episodes gave us a bunch of nothing. Yes, the flashbacks were helpful. It did not really move us forward at all.
Maybe the first 2 episodes were these episodes that we just aired, like episodes 4 and 3. Maybe I might enjoy it better. Why is every episode of Queen of Tears an hour and 30 minutes?
I don't understand.
Please, this is not necessary, because now that we just gave you a recap or a summary of what happened in both episodes, I'm like, nothing really much happened in combining 2 episodes.
Nothing really happens in this episode. Highly repetitive. The feeling that the girl already manifested, we already saw it in the boy's face. When he will come and still say it too, that, oh, why was she beautiful? We already saw it in your face that yes, you think your wife is beautiful. We already saw it in her face that yes, you think your husband is charming, and oh my god, you are swooning because he saved your life. We can already tell from your body language on your face. You don't have to spell it out to us already.
Yeah, I think K-dramas are very fond of doing that, trying to give you the insight of what happened in their mind, instead of just letting the facial expressions of the actors to show these things. Honestly, they like to talk.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, each episode is supposed to be like 30-minute max or even 20 minutes.
Dear listeners, tell us what you think about this K-drama. What are your thoughts so far? Are you dropping out? Are you joining us in? Let us know in the comment section what you think about the characters as well, and your predictions.
Yep. Until next time, do take care of yourself. Do subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.